medications, which I've since gone off. Wanted to regain my life. A lot of it was my health. It just felt terrible. I was on 2 different blood pressure medications, which I've since gone off. It just did not feel good. Couldn't be active the way I wanted to be, and wanted to regain my life. I think it was seeing myself looking a lot like my little brother, who's pretty overweight. Almost could not tell the difference between the 2 of us. So it was a situation where I had gotten to a point where I wasn't happy the way I felt, wasn't comfortable the way I felt. Even just sitting at my desk, my belt buckle dug into my gut. So was not comfortable, and wanted to be able to feel confident in myself. I wanted something that was sustainable, learning good habits instead of being dependent on a medication. Also just not knowing the long-term effects of a medication. I felt like it was a much safer option and was all self-directed from if I follow the steps, if I do the work, then I'm going to see the results, versus needing to stick myself with a needle or get a prescription and be dependent on that. I think how simple it is. It's a lot of discipline, but the steps are simple. It's really easy to follow when it's laid out, and the way that the plan lays it out, it's not I have to pick any sort of options from list of macros, because I've done that before, and it would always be lose 15 or 20 pounds, my 3-month subscription would end, and it would all come back. It was just what fits into those numbers, even though they might be terrible choices. I think that is a huge part of it, because you as the coach can lay out a plan, but if I don't do the work, if I don't eat the things that you tell me to eat, or stay away from the things that you don't tell me to eat, then I'm not going to have success. So on the days where I don't follow the plan, I show up and I don't make weight. It was simple. I think it was just so prescriptive that it made it really easy. Took away the how do I plan out a week's worth of food, where the plan is there. I have a couple choices, but I just do the preparation and do the work, and then the time. It's a commitment from the start versus paying month to month. So I'm in it for what I put in it and the work I put in it. Otherwise, I'm wasting my own money. So it's allowed me to be more active and do the activities I want to do. I've always enjoyed all sorts of outdoor sports, and this past winter I went to Utah and went snow biking, where when I had done that 65 pounds heavier, my friends were legitimately worried that I was going to have a heart attack out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. I couldn't move the bike around. I was dependent on them for help if I tipped over, where you've been able to gain my strength back and gain the ability to do the activities I want to do, whether it's snow biking, mountain biking, skiing, or even just being out for a hike. I think it's really been neat to see the way the kids react to it. The modeling good eating behaviors and just setting a positive example for the kids. My 14-year-old wants my chicken every night with me, so I've had to make an extra supply every time I meal prep, because he's starting to care more about what he looks like and doing all the sports going into high school next year. So I think anybody can be successful if you have the mindset for it. I think if you're ready to make a change, ready to put in the work, then this is the right thing for you. It is very self-directed, and if you follow the plan, you will have success. So it's just a matter of, are you ready for it?